I can't believe I just did this. I made an N8N Instagram scraper. I've not seen anyone do this on YouTube or the internet. But this AI assistant will scrape Instagram, grab emails, and send them emails if you want to. Like, this is so insanely powerful, and no one's shown it. And I'm going to show you the whole setup from start to end. It's going to be a long video, but this is crazy. It's either going to make you a lot of money by finding unlimited clients for you, or you can be selling this and actually just make money from having this AI automation that you can sell to businesses. This is so insane, and I haven't seen this before, and it's going to be one of the first on the internet. So just watch this little example. Okay, let's just get straight into it. This is what the automation from N8N looks like. And it's got the local little chat module in here that you can easily use to test. And obviously you can add it to a website or you can add different web triggers. Really, really good. But this is the automation. We're just going to hit the play button in here and we're going to just ask it. It's going to paste it in here. Search Instagram for 5 online coaches with email address ending in gmail.com. So let's watch this. In it goes. It does its little thing down here. Find some stuff, email some stuff, and here we go. Look at these results. All right, awesome. Sometimes it finds less than 5, but that's kind of still works. But here we go. Instagram name, email address. Instagram name, email address. So let's just see that should come up a link in here. Go left click on that. See if it actually loads up. Here we go. There's the email address, and it's taken her Gmail from here. And watch this magic trick here. This is the extra is really amazing. Obviously, you can just copy and paste that and then have it for yourself or sell this out to someone else. But watch this little trick in here. And this is my email. So, can you send an email to each one of those 5 emails individually? The subject is nice Instagram, and the content for the email is, hey, I'm Altus. I found your Instagram. It looks really great. Can you follow me for a follow? Okay, so I just want to prove the concept that it can actually email all that. So watch what it does now. Really, really cool. I'm actually just going to send emails to all those people. So let's go. Here it goes through it. It's going to remember that memory. It's gone through 5 times. It's gone through 5 emails sent. We're done. Note executed. Like, this is crazy. This is the insane bit. So come in here and I come to my sent items. I'm going to refresh that. Come on, good old Google. 5 emails sent to all of them. Hey, this is me. Do you want to follow for a follow? Actually email those people asking them to follow me. But do you see the value of this? Do you see how this can scrape Instagram for anything and get email addresses and then send them emails? So we can really upscale this. Obviously, if you don't want to break the internet, you can't just do 5 at a time. Usually, a Google page only do 10 at a time. But I'm going to show you how to build this AI agent. That's it. Look how small and easy it is. And we can connect this up. Like, this is really great with N8N. Is if you come in here, you can just record it, copy that. I can come to a new chat, and I'm in here, and I can just say, can you search Instagram.com and give me 5 landscaping businesses that has at gmail.com emails. Alright, actually if that works, I don't know how many landscaping businesses on there, but let's just see what it does on this. I don't even know if I've opened the right chat actually, so let's see how this does. Just to confuse it a little bit. Obviously it's going to go through and does the little work in the back. Oops. And here we go, you got all your 5 results. This time it didn't find emails, but it found the actual website as well. But doesn't matter, you have all this in your contact details. I can just say email this to myself. Can you take all these results and send it to me as an email. My email is the subject is landscaping businesses, and the content should be the 5 results you just gave me. Alright, let's watch that. See if that comes through actually. Sometimes I get confused. And this is so crazy and powerful, sometimes I don't trust the stuff myself. But let's see what it's actually sent through. Watch this. Let's see this. What's in the inbox? And email myself. Ah, there you go. Let's put it all in the email ourselves. So just so insanely powerful. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to build this entire step through. It's going to be long, it's going to be technical, but this is so valuable. The absolute value in this little one agent in here is actually insane. You can sell it, you can use it yourself, you can connect this now to anything, whether it's webhooks or Telegram or WhatsApp, and you can get all this from WhatsApp. You can even add voice notes to it, so it can translate your voice to an actual action and does it for you. You can add other modules, Excel modules to it. Like, this is really insane and really great value, and I really think you're going to learn something with this today. So let's now get into building it. Right, let's get started. So to start off, just go out, Google N8N. You're going to find a home page, and then you're going to come in, you're going to register. There's a free trial, really good. And then it's actually really cheap to use. I know Make.com gives a lot of free items to you to use, but this step by step actually works out a lot cheaper. So I really suggest you use it. And if you can see the AI agent that we built here, it's just so smart with so many extras and great things to do. It's really, I think, the next step in automation, and I'm sure the rest of Make and Zapier is going to catch up. But come in here, register up. Once you're registered, you're going to come and create a new workflow, and then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just start a chat widget. So it's just a native chat that's in here, really good and smart, so we can send stuff to it. So chat, so the trigger is just going to be chat, and that's going to be it. And all we're just going to do is hit the test button in here, come in here, play with it, and we just want to create some data because it needs to create a variable in the background. So we're just going to say hello, and that's all right. It doesn't go anywhere. That is fine. So the next thing you need to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to create the AI agent. So AI agent. So click in there, click it starting up. So what the AI agent does is it has one main agent, and you look at the picture in here. This is the agent, and the agent can call a chat model, and then it can have memory, and then it can call tools. So it's one module that does a bunch of things instead of sending out different codes, editing codes. It's really good like that. So the input is just going to come from the previous model. That's why I said make sure we add the hello in there. So as you can see here on the side, the input's going to come in hello, and that's going to be in here, and that's what's going to activate our AI chatbot. So next thing you need to do is we need to create a AI module to it. I'm going to use Chat GPT. I know DeepSeek is a thing as of this time. It's really good, but it's really bad at calling the tools down here, and that's what we need. Okay, so use Chat GPT for now. Go off to the website, think it's platform, chat GPT platform dev. It's just in here, and it's going to come in. You don't need to register for a monthly charge with ChatGPT or OpenAI. All you need to do is just add a small little monthly bill to it. So add some coins to it. I've used this so much, it's so little. It's really, really cheap on model. You just add this to it, come into API keys, grab your API key, you're going to come in here and we're going to go to chat model and we're just going to go OpenAI. And if you don't have that in there, we're just going to create a new one. You're going to add your API key in there and it will show connected. Or something like this is what it will look like. And then you know you're connected in ChatGPT is working or OpenAI is working. And then you just select your models. I like GPT-4o Mini. Really good. If you're going to go into a bit more advanced, the rest of the ones in here don't need it for this. Don't need it for this, right? This is small, basic stuff. So really, really good. So we're going to add our chat module to this. You can just click from previous. It's just going to show that for now. Don't worry about it. We're going to sort it out because it hasn't loaded. In fact, it's cleared itself up. All good. So next thing, really, really good. Again, makes N8N so good is you can add memory to chats. So if you remember, you did make.com or zapier.com. Once you send something to a chatbot or ChatGPT, it kind of forgets it, right? And you got to send it again or map it again. This got a memory. Come in here. Come in. We're going to just go to local memory, right? Come in here. That's it. Don't have to do much for it. That's it. Local memory done. All right. Let's test it out. Just going to say hello again. And we'll see. It's going to come through here. And it's going to reply to us in the bottom. All right. So just zoom in a little bit. It's reply to us in the bottom. So, sweet. That means we have set up the AI agent to connect with ChatGPT. So next we're going to do, the good start, I think, is to create and connect your email account. Now, I've managed to figure this out with gmail.com. But if you follow the kind of same steps, you can connect it as well with other models. So let's just start, and we're going to add the email so we can just test sending emails, and I'll show you that part, and we can get to the good parts last. So you stay and watch this video, and you click the like, and you click the follow, and you click the subscribe if you see this on YouTube. Alright, if you ever scroll off or scroll away, it's got these little cool functions down the bottom in here. You can click up, click away. And if it sometimes goes to the side, you can just hit the middle button and it will zoom to fit. Okay? So kind of thing, zoom to fit. So let's connect an email trigger to it. So what you need to do is you need to connect your Gmail. So there's different ways of connecting Gmail. You might have to look up and search the zero auth and the access tokens through Gmail to connect your Google accounts. A lot of times they just work in here by itself. So we're just going to go to tool, click the tools button, and I'm going to click on Gmail. And so this one is already connected. But for example, if I want to create my own account, you need to have the zero auth 2 API. So you're going to have to YouTube this, how to get a zero auth API from Google. It's a little bit extra to go through, but you just need to connect your Google account with either this, or you can just sign in with your Google account. And that will connect your Gmail. And again, if this all works and connects, you'll see it will look like this, where it says account connected into it. So just a matter of searching, even going just on YouTube, and it's, I'd say it shows you in here. Come in here, create new credentials, zero auth 2, and let's just create Google zero auth 2. Oops, spelled totally wrong. Anyway, lots of ones in here. How to connect it and how to configure it. Lots of good videos to it. Go watch it and connect your Gmail. I have Gmail. It works really easy. Actually have Zappy Mail, which works really well as well. But yeah, just connect your Gmail. Works easy like this, and I'm going to show you this massive trick with the dynamic variables kind of that you use in your emails. So I'm just going to close this. Let's get into it. So the actual edit button is going to come in here. So we're going to select the tool. So the chatbot is really smart, and it knows that Gmail is an email user or email option, but we also need to add a little bit of magic to it, and that is just assigning who the email gets sent to, what the subject is, and what the content is. Okay, so we just need to be smart about this. So it's a little bit of touch gold in there. If you watch my other video, this is really smart because we're going to use this a couple of times. And it says in here, you can assign this value to anything you want, placeholder the name. So how is the chat model going to know we're going to call this? We're just going to say menu. And I'll just bring up a notepad. So I can just bring this in and you can see a little bit more. So I'm just going to add this in here. In fact, we can just have it down here. So this is a good little prompt. Pause it, save it, whichever you want. This makes the magic in here so you can, at any time, the ChatGPT model can come out and grab an email, who it needs to send to, can grab a subject and create the content. So this is the trick in here. So I'll paste this in here, and I'll just make this a bit bigger, and we'll zoom in a little bit. Oops, does that work? There we go. So, dear AI model, use this tool when you want to send emails. Assign the email addresses, or assign the email address from the message to this. Not really said really well. I should have probably rewritten that. So who you want to send it to. We're going to have this in here. So this dynamic variable, because it's going to keep changing. Extract the subject line and assign the subject line to this. And then who or what the message content is, we're just going to have this placeholder in here. The message that we want to send in the email needs to be the placeholder. Okay, so this just might be confusing, but when you want to send an email automation, it needs to know who we're going to send it to, what's the subject and the content. Now we're going to say is the ChatGPT need to extract all that and assign it to those things so we can call it down the bottom, right? So here we go. So the rest is messages we're going to send. So who are we going to send it to? So it's going to be an expression, and we're going to come in here. It's not in there yet. It will come. You'll see. Don't worry about that. So it's going to be this one here that we copied in the top, and we're just going to paste it in there. Oops. Hold on a second. Let's paste it in here. I don't know where I just paste that randomly. It's not green yet. It will become green. You'll see. So the subject, remember we have the subject up there. We're going to do the exact same thing. Come in here, subject, and there. The email is going to be HTML. Scroll down, and the message content, remember we set this, assign it to placeholder message in here. So oops, sorry, just copying and pasting in here. So very confusing. Just do this, copy and paste it if you want to, if it doesn't make any sense, and that's it. All right, here and here we're going to hit the back button here. It's not going to show anything, so let's test it. So I just need you to have your thinking cap on a little bit, but here it goes. Send an email to gmail.com. The subject is test, and the content is hello. Hello. Alright, let's see how that goes. Come in here, does its thing, sends an email. Alright, before I go check the emails, so we'll come double click on your module. Now, see, this is how it gets smart. This is so great. It extracts the data and it assigns dynamic variables by itself. It's insane. So easy. You would have had to write all this code to do this and then repeat the code. It does it. Look, it's assigned the email. It's extracted it, assigned the email, have the placeholder in here, put those in here. See how all these have gone green? Problem here, I did not click on expression. See, it's not green, now it's green, now it's good. Let's go see what it actually sent. And here, see, problem, problem, problem. So again, needs to be expressions. See, here we go. And here, subject is wrong as well. Here we go. Done this and this. All right. So problem solving. We fixed the problem. Let's go back. See how I could already tell that there's a problem without it by just going in here and thinking about it. So let's just copy all this again. Oops. All right, this one here. Go back in my Gmail. Come on. Nothing yet. Sometimes it's really slow, isn't it? There we go. Comes from me, says test. Done. Again. In here. Done. Sweet, right? Really smart. Really, really good. This is green. That's how you problem solve it. That's how you add dynamic variables. That is very important for the next part. Like, okay. So now we're going to build on those scrape functions. And let's get into the next part because this is what you've been waiting for. This is going to be great. We're going to love it. Let's go to the next step now. Okay, so where does all this search function comes from? It comes from Google's way of searching. You can have the site parameters and it search for sites and specific things in here. So if you just want to go into Google and just search this site instagram.com, it's going to search for Instagram websites. Then it's going to find personal trainers and it's going to go through that and only find things that says at gmail.com. And that's kind of what you get in here. So every Google search, every page has got 10 results. So you can just come in here and we can scroll through and this is what you would get. All right. Sounds pretty easy, but the chat module needs to kind of drag that out. So you can build a separate code just for this to do an HTTP GET request. So it's going to sound a bit out of there, but you can just say the automation should send this through to Google and Google should just give you the blank data and you can write code to write the data out for that. It doesn't quite work like that. See, Google has become smart and it has a bunch of ticks that say, are you human? Yes or no. And it more than often also encrypts the actual HTML data. So you can't just extract this from a raw search. You don't need to use an actual platform like Chrome or Firefox or whichever one it is and do the manual search. All you can do and you can use what's called the SERP API. And that's just a separate company that's managed to integrate APIs to have this search function through into Google so it stops you from the little robot tick. If you've done a bunch of searches, it will say, are you a real person tick here? And the whole data encryption. So it's really easy and really good to use. And all you need to do is come in here and you search the SERP API and you find it in here. You're going to sign in on Google, your Gmail account, and all you're going to get is you're going to get a free account. I'll have to delete this at the end. You're going to get an API key and you're going to get about 100 free searches. I'm like hitting that limit already with just this one automation, but here we go. You get 100 free searches. Okay, else you just have to pay for it. But that's a way to integrate it into automations in N8N where it can connect the whole search function through it. So actually really easy. Just copy that in there. And it's what we can do with our chatbot in here. So this is just a test one in here, but we can go for SERP. And come in here and you just add your module in here. You go connect to it, add your API key, then it's connected, and that just gives your AI module option to go from go and search Google. Okay, so this is what it would look like. So let's go in here. what is the weather in Auckland? Alright, hold on, let me just disconnect this. Or I go in here and I go deactivate, okay? So when I say what's the weather in Auckland, down the bottom here, it's just going to tell us that it's not connected to anything. Oh, that's not working. It's going to go and play in here. I'm going to come through, copy, paste. On the center 3D, the AI module is going to go, I don't have real-time information, I'm not connected to the internet. But when we come in, I'm going to come through the SERP API. We are going to go in and we're going to activate it. And then we're going to say, okay, what's the weather in Auckland? Then it's going to come in here. SERP is going to search it, send it to GPT, going to fix it and say, that's your weather in Auckland. Really easy. But now you can have it in and ask and search for certain things, but it's not going to give you all the details always. Like this works sometimes, most of the time it's not. But you can say, search Instagram.com for personal trainers with email addresses of at gmail.com. So this kind of works and it gives you a couple of results and you'll see I found the listings for it, but it's really hard to go through and filter those data out. I found the listings, yeah, and it's a lot harder. You can just add this in here with add emails. And I'm just going to say, give me 5. So it's not quite searching through this actual parameter in here. It's going to come in here and it's going to find those for you. See, it doesn't quite work, but we have access to the internet. So we need to build a very specific module to be able to do the search. The search that we did in Google. Okay, we need to build a very specific module for this to scrape all this out. And I'm going to show you next. So we connected our chat agent to the internet, but let's go ahead and now start adding dynamic variables and do a proper request. And it's going to look a little bit different. Like this in the dynamic variables was really golden, super awesome and smart. Like the next part, I've not seen it again. If you've watched this far, just you need to like, follow, subscribe, or you can download this down the bottom. But this is going to be the trick because it's going to be mastermind stuff. So let's now add the scrape function. So it has internet access. Let's start scraping stuff. Okay, so the two things are, we're going to do a HTTP GET request. It just means it goes out, it gets the website, it gets the raw data from the website, which is mostly the text, and then we're going to give it to the chat bot to scrape out and sort by names and find email addresses that says at Google to it. But we need to have dynamic variables, right? We need to say that we're going to search Instagram, we're going to search for a niche or a profession, and then we're going to search for email. So we know to put it into this format. We also can't just stick it straight into Google. We need to use the SERP API for it. And now I need you to think back again to when we created this module and how we used dynamic variables in here, because we're going to do the same right now. So I'm going to come to tools. We're going to make HTTP GET request. It's going to be a long module. Again, if you need to pause this one and write this down, but see how it says that it can assign variables to this module with it looking like this, brackets in there. So all I'm going to say is this, secret magic prompts right here. When someone is asked for Instagram.com, it means it's going to use this tool when we ask for Instagram. Assign the results to the number of results that are asking for. So I'm going to say I want 5 results, 10 results, 11 results. And then you need to remember Google has 10 per page, okay? So we're going to come, page 1 has 10 results. Page 2 has 10 results. So I need to be specific. So this is where Google makes it a little bit hard, but you need to say the page and how many results you want. So I want 5 results of you searching Google, Instagram for personal trainers and their email addresses. So an extra variable in here. So variable, variable, variable. So here's how we assign it. When asked for Instagram, assign results to the number if of results they are asking for. So if I ask for 5, it's going to assign the number of 5 to results. When asked for a specific niche or profession, assign profession to it, to what they are asking for. When they ask for an email, assign emails to that email they give. All right, so it just assigns those to it. And you can see it's not smart enough, my broken English and language, but all it says, assign some dynamic variables to those things. And then we're going to start filling it out. So the URL, instead of Google, we're not going to use Google, we're going to use our SERP. I'm going to come in here and smash SERP in there. So now we just go through the parameters down the bottom. So for indication, it's going to be none. And then we're going to need to send some query parameters. So there's a big SERP document. You don't have to worry about reading through it. But what is the data we're going to send SERP so they can send stuff back to us, which is the raw data. So what do we need to send them? So the first field below, and it's all going using fields below. And the first one is the API key. So you need to have this spelled correctly, and you need to have the cases correctly. So it needs to be in like API like this. We're going to use this down the bottom. Say we're going to use the field down here. You're going to copy your API from the other side. And the next parameter is, so this is just fancy stuff from SERP, but what search engine are we going to use? We are going to use Google. All right, so next thing, what are we going to query? So what is the search we're going to do? Okay, so the search we're going to do, so we're going to do Q for query. We're going to have a, use the field below. And we are going to have an expression in here. And we're going to come in and we're going to add up bits from the top in here. So the value is going to expression, and we're going to add, we're going to search Instagram.com, and we're going to search that value that it just provided, says profession space email. All right, so if I say I want to search Instagram for personal trainers, it's going to be smart enough to assign this to the dynamic variable and emails in with gmail.com. All right, so don't worry too much about this now. There's nothing in there. If you don't understand, just follow along and keep going. So the location, we're just going to use blank for that. Let's go location, it's just blank. And then we're going to make sure we use the Google domain. So again, you just need to make sure we spell all these out correctly. It needs to have a blank field. The Google domain is going to be google.com, and the Google language, so Google language, need to have that again, very specific, all lowercase, it's going to be US. And the next one is the HL, I don't actually know, something language, think about that, forgot about what it is. HL is going to be the actual talking language, and this is going to be English, just EN in fact. And the start page is going to be start on page 1. So I'm only going to do 10 models at a time. So we're going to use page 1. But you can, again, build that in there with dynamic variables. If they say more pages, let's ask them more page, and it should be page. And then number is going to be the number of results. It's going to be the number of results. It's going to be the expression. And the expression we're going to use is those results in the top. Okay, and that should be it. So just to repeat myself, we're going to say search Instagram. That's how it's going to use the tool. Then I'm going to say I want 5 results. So it's going to give the dynamic variable results 5. I'm going to say I want to search a profession. It's going to assign the profession and then the emails. And then we just fill it all in here. Just let's make sure the ones we use is called expressions. So I have this in here. Expressions result. And scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. And there is expression as well. So damn, alright. Hit that. Let's give it a try. Let's go pause this one, deactivate it. Alright. Let's say search Instagram.com. Instagram for online coaches. Search for anyone with a at gmail.com email. I want 5 results. Alright, here we go, moment of truth. Let's see what it does. Comes in here, it calls our tool. Right, the tool scrapes Google. It sends the API and the chat model, all that data, and it analyzes it. What does it have? Oh, here we go. It did not find the email. It comes up with the email in there because you can see. So this is a thing, right? So sometimes it shows the email, but it's all cut off. Okay, so that happens sometimes. Here we go. Actual email in here, and I see it cuts it off sometimes, and that's just Google's way. So it's a bit of a trick in it. So here we go. Cut off in that. It's all good. So let's just search for another one. Search. Well, hold on. Before we do another search, let's come in here. Let me show you this. So here we go. So see how it assigned those dynamic variables. This is really the trick, the cherry on the top of it. So results is 5. We found gmail.com emails, and we found those. So then it's come in here, and it's actually just search in here the expression with that in. So literally, if we come in here, let's search in that site online coaches. So remember, I'm searching from New Zealand, so you're probably not going to find all of it. But here we go, it's how they pick it up, right? See how it picks it up. And see, this is just the bit where Google gets confused. And it doesn't give the actual email in there, so you don't get a real email in here. But there you go, that's the emails that's in the previous list in here. So it found those 5 results. Like, awesome, right? That just shows you how good and great it works. Like, really, this is the cherry on the top, and this is the magic works in here. So we can go again, search Instagram.com for personal trainers with emails at gmail.com, and I want 5 results. Alright, so off we go for search, go through here, search some of those, and then sends it to GPT. GPT extracts the data, and here we go, found an email address in there, and email address in there, and not one in here. So it's a bit of hit and miss with these sometimes fit in here. So it just depends how good Google's results are. But that's it. It's really, really amazing. And this is kind of the basics for it. So just to demonstrate the last bit, so how are we going to send emails to it? actually just works because the GPT model just understands it, right? So here we go. So let's just go. What have I not used before? Let's go in here. Let's search for voice AI. Okay. Let's see in here. So I'm just gonna search in here. Search Instagram for voice AI with results with emails of at gmail.com, and give me 5 results. Alright, it's gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go through. Obviously just searching 5, so see it's come out here. This guy's smart, so we can't spam him. It's not finding emails in here. It should find that one in there. And that one in there. So it should find a couple. Let's see what it shows. Hey, Divine Wealth. We find an email. No, I see it. See how it said? Cuts it off. Smart, smart, smart. There's an email out there. And there's an email there. Alright. Alright, so use the emails you found above and send them all a personal message. The subject is like your Instagram, and the content should be, hi, I found your Instagram, looks great. What about a follow for a follow? Oops, and I'm just gonna paste in my little blank Instagram page. Alright, let's see what it does. So it should 3 or 4 does, I think, depending how many we found in here. 4, there we go. Cool, results updated. It found those emails and it sent it off to them. Boom, awesome. So before we check the emails, I want you to email myself. My email is gmail.com. I want you to have the subject as email scrapes, and I then want you to put all the emails. Above as the content inside the email. Alright, so hopefully I'm gonna get I'm gonna get 1 email for myself, and we'll check the send emails. So done, and here email send. You can always click on them and then double click on it, and it's gonna show you what it's actually done. Yeah, so let's just put it in ugly like that. We'll see how that goes. It's gonna say that save in here, and let's go to Gmail. We're gonna first look at send emails, and a couple of these has failed obviously, but it's sent in here the ones, and hey, I found your Instagram, really like it. Right, so it's often send those off. Address not found. Happens, people have bad address in there. You really can't get away with that at all. Doesn't matter, some work, some doesn't work. And then I got my email copies in here. So that's really it. I think this is really, really, really powerful. I'll show you why. YouTube. N8N Instagram scraper. Right? How to scrape Instagram with the API. Nothing in here. This is gonna be the first and only video. You watch this. First and only video. No one in here has it. No one in here. Alright? This is going to be awesome. Save it. If you're part of the community, welcome to it. It's be down the bottom for downloading if you need it. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Obviously, it takes me a lot of time for this. It'd be awesome if I have more followers, have more subscribers. But yeah, thank you. I really hope you learned something. And yeah, go try this, test this. Now it can do anything. Like add to spreadsheets, do heaps that you need to do in it. I'll leave all the links below. But yeah, great time. Have a good day.